Salutations, Dufos. This is your fabulous leader, the Queen of Shade, coming at you with another special presentation. I am moving full speed ahead with these interviews. They're not really interviews. They are conversations that allow me to get to know some of the people that I inspire and they inspire me. I uplift them, they uplift me. Having said all of that, I have someone very special today that you need to meet. So without further ado, I want to introduce you, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to Trap, but we know him as Understand Trap. Hi.
I love it. What's going on? What's going on?
How are you?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Yeah, I can't complain. It's the winter time up here on the East Coast, but it's going good. It's going good. Yeah, it's going good. So, my God, how are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Maintaining, handling business, same old, same old. What about yourself?
I'm doing well, just working hard. And you know what? I want to say thank you to you because you were able to accommodate me. My 4:15 had a medical emergency and had to leave. And then I was able to call you real quick and be like, I need you to come on at 4:30.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
And you accommodated me. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. So let's start at the beginning. Tell everybody where you're from and where you grew up and where you are now.
I grew up in Orlando, Florida. Everybody look at that as Disney World, but I grew up in Orlando, Florida, born and raised on a street called Mercy Drive, one of the hoodest places in Orlando. And I'm currently in Atlanta, Georgia.
Right. So get this. I mean, with you leaving home, was it something that you decided from an early age? Because I know something about you. You were in the military.
Yes, I was. I wanted to get out. I never wanted to be just stationary in one place. I always wanted to be a traveler. Right. So coming up, yes, I always wanted to get out and go away and move on and come back after I have established myself to do something different in my neighborhood.
Right. Do you get home much?
Yes, my son lives in Orlando, so I definitely have to get back to Orlando every now and then too.
Oh, Traps a day. I love that. Hey. How old is your son?
My son is 16.
Oh, you got a young man. That's not just a baby. Yes. Oh, wow. And I know that relationship must be amazing because you strike me. I've always seen you strike me as a man with a lot of love. You got a lot of love, a lot of support. You're there for I can tell that you're there for the people in your life. I can tell that you know how to show up for someone. And with that, what's your birth sign?
I am a Cancer.
So yeah, you're gonna show up for you and yours. Yeah, you're gonna show up for you.
I'm going all the way. I'm a family man. I love family. I love friends. If I'm on your team, I'm on your team.
Yeah,
that's how.
Oh my God. So, okay. So you leave home and you travel the world. Now in the military, where did you get to see? Because I know you traveled.
So hold on. I'll show you right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna get something for you. Okay. So I have been everywhere, just about.
Really?
So this is my med cruise jacket. As you can see, these are all the places that I have been while I was on my med cruise in the military.
Oh my God.
I was on USS Carney.
Yeah, go ahead. Read it to me.
Italy, Israel, Turkey, Spain, I think Croatia, Greece, and Croatia.
Wow.
And it's med cruise from that time frame.
You know what? You saw some of the most beautiful places.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. I love my mementos and all of that other stuff. But yeah, I've been everywhere. Literally.
How long were you in? How long did you travel? That's a lot of.
I did 7 years in the military.
Wow.
2003, fresh out of high school, all the way up until 2010.
Yeah.
I was forced out actually. So in the military, they have higher tenure to where if you don't make rank within a certain amount of time,
right.
They'll move out. So I didn't make rank within time, so I was forced out.
Oh, so it wasn't like you wanted to go.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I definitely wanted to be a lifer. I wanted to do 20 years.
Yeah.
I think the career path would have been different, but it allowed me to do other things,
Right.
graduate from college now.
Yeah.
So, um, and now into the industry. So I'm
Yeah.
good.
So tell me, what's your degree in?
I have a degree. I'm health service administration. My bachelor's in health service administration.
Yeah.
Um, I love working with I love working with elderly, mental health, and kids. Everything in between, it fluctuates.
Okay, well, that's good because I live with bipolar type 1, acute anxiety, and PTSD. I've had therapy for 15 years, but this conversation gonna be good.
I got
So, like you said, you got out and you were able to travel and you saw a lot of places, and now you work in the industry. What do you do in the industry?
I am a adult entertainer now.
We love, which we love, Trump, we love you. Because I remember when you started to like show up on the scene and it was like, who's the guy with the dreads? Who's the guy with the dreads? So, I had to look and I caught, I found pictures of you on the internet that were you in like your military days. Crew cut, then I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, now the dreads. Like, I feel like you got out of the military and it may not have been something that you wanted, but it turned out to be a fabulous journey for you.
I definitely agree.
Yeah. So was adult entertainment what brought you to Atlanta?
So, okay, so you know how, okay, 2008, I want to say that I officially had my first relationship where I came out into the lifestyle.
Right.
Um, and after coming out, it was like I met people in the military that was gay, and it was like, hey, you should come to Atlanta and see. So I came and I visited. Atlanta was always one of those cities to where it's like, yo, I will always visit. I will never live. So after graduating from college, I was like, yo, let me go sow my royal oaks.
Yeah.
moved,
Yeah.
moved to California for 3 years, and then after California, seeing how expensive California was,
Yeah.
and Atlanta was one of the best places, I think, as being an adult because not to say it's cheap, it's
Right.
not cheap,
Right.
but it is cheaper than California.
Yes. And New York and Philadelphia. Yeah,
You
it's cheaper than all of that.
can
Yeah.
live in Atlanta. And,
Yeah, like, I was just saying that. Like when we were getting ready, I was just saying, like, look at that big ass room you got. My room don't look nothing like that.
you don't need no roommates. You don't need all
Right.
that afford. Like in California, I definitely felt like I had to have a roommate. I definitely need more people, to make my money last. So
Yeah.
here, I see a lot of us prevailing, like business owners, homes, nice cars.
Yes.
So it's an opportunity here for us.
Wow. So tell me, you do like, and that's the thing. And I want people to understand you are very good in adult entertainment. You do it very well. But what else do you do? Because you said several ventures. So I know you have ventures. Shock us. Come on.
So I also have as you know, my clothing line, my t-shirt.
Yes.
I'm a size king. It's
Yeah.
size king and size queens available at understandtrap.com. I also have my sweatsuits, and that's in a part of entrapment. So I also still do some volunteer working with the mental health, like I said, as well as kids with autism.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to keep that under wraps, even though it's on live. So don't be trying to out me out there, y'all. But still love doing my part every now and then. I do want to go back to working there. And what else? There's a slew of things, and the Just for Fans, of course. But yeah, there's a slew of things going on with me.
You know what? I love that though, because the one thing about entrepreneurship that is necessity, 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 and this, you graduated from college, so diversifying your income. Even me, I got all kinds of like t-shirts and cups and mugs, and then there's music, then there's books. Like you like, what people don't understand is in this new day and age, especially for Black men, we gotta really be on it. It's not okay anymore for us to just have one job. Like it's not okay anymore. Like because the environment of our country has just changed so drastically, especially when it comes to the treatment of us. So in order to not have to, be a burden, be able to get out of the way, be able to run to another country, be able to do this, do that, you got to diversify your income. So yeah. What do you like to do for fun? Like, what do you like? Because you're in Atlanta. Like, do you go out a lot?
So for me, yeah, listen, I'm a club head. I ain't going to front with you. I love to be out. I do get bookings as well for being in some clubs. I did go before. I do go every now and then if the pay is right.
Yeah.
But I do when I love having drinks and being a group of people that likes having fun.
Yeah.
Drama, all fun, always.
I like that. You said no drama, all fun.
No drama, only fun. I would gladly throw my finger up like I'm in church and walk away.
Yeah, I'm not for the drama either. I'm like, what's so funny? When I was younger, I did clubbing because my best friend loved clubs. It was where he could go. It was where he could dance, and we danced together. And but I just really. You're gonna think this is so crazy, but I did not like going to clubs because I did not like being in the dark, being a nameless, faceless person in the crowd. I wanted my own spotlight. I wanted people to know that I was there. I know that sounds really bad, but that's still.
Actually, that is correct. Like being a gay person.
Yeah.
That's what we're used to. We love to shine. We love to shine. Yes. That's why I think we do a lot of the streaming lights and the bright lights and the spotlights and the big fan. Like we love all of that because we want to be seen. Like, oh, you're going to notice me in the club. What did you have on? Oh, I was the one with the big red. Like, yeah.
Right. I agree. And it's just first, I completely left the club scene because I was just like, child, I ain't gonna get what I need here. I'm like, I got to go get me a name. I got to go get me a brand. I got to go do something. I'm like, listen here, bitch. Like, it's so funny. And now I get offers from all over. They're like, will you come? And I'm just like, no, I'm not a club person. I'm more of a come see me in the daylight at brunch.
Okay.
That's who I am. I'm a brunch person because then I can talk to you. And then if they put a microphone in my hand, then it's over, because I do the public speaking and then the wisdom and the shaman and all of that, the oracle, the prophet, the seer, the healer, all those gifts start moving. So I like being able to see my people. And then not just that, like be able to see when I'm leaving. Cause everybody doesn't understand this. So I'm not trying to be leaving no club in the wee hours in the morning and get cracked upside my head in the dark.
Which is true. And it now that's another thing that depends on the cities and states that you are in.
Yeah.
In Atlanta, like I said, I have definitely like the gay, I guess the halls in Atlanta is definitely different than it is a lot of places.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful. I'm very, very thankful because to see and hear some of the stories that some folks go through, oh, my heart goes out.
Yeah.
So, what you're saying and how that goes.
Yeah. In 2018, I actually voyaged to Atlanta and recorded my first studio album. I was. What's so crazy? I love the homes, but what happened was the pollen. I have allergies. The pollen was so big. I went around April and like April 4th, somewhere around there. And I stayed until like May the 4th. And the thing about it was the pollen was so heavy, I caught an upper respiratory infection.
Oh,
but I still was able to complete my album because I'm a professional. Mm-hmm. But I completed my album, but I did like the city. I wouldn't live there though. I wouldn't live there because honestly, Trap, I haven't always had the best relationship with my people. They really don't get, because it's not just this, it's this, and then you're talented and you're smart and you're a prodigy and you do this and you do that. It's a lot for them to take in. And my attitude is, you don't have to take in anything, just get the fuck out of my way so I can get by. But we drove around, and that was the thing. My producer was really big on me seeing Atlanta. So she drove me all over Buckhead. We went all these places and it was nice. We ate at good restaurants and stuff like that. Soul food. We had all of that. We drove to Tennessee to some cave. I can't remember the name of the cave, but it was some cave, but that was a bust because we were walking like for like a half an hour to 45 minutes underground, all these caves and chasms, and then it opened up into this man-made waterfall. And I was like, I was over it. I was over it. Like, and it was so crazy because even walking through on the way back, it seemed so much quicker. And I'm like, why did y'all have it? Like, it just was a mess. But yeah, but Atlanta was nice. I'm not a Southern boy.
Well,
Yeah.
do you think that it's because of the mentality of us being crabs in a barrel?
Actually, I don't really like with us. I really don't think it's crabs in the barrel. I think it's the effeminacy. How dare you think that you can, walk around and parade around like this and put your effeminacy on display? And it's like, don't you know that means there's something wrong with you because you're not a woman? Like that's that kind of thing I get from them. It's like, do you know, like, it's like the kids are watching you, da, 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 da. And I always have to tell people, sweetheart, it's your job to censor what your children see. It's your job to raise your children, not me. A lot of people, they try to put me in a role model role. And I'm like, no, I'm not a role model. No, I'm not a role model. I am someone that has wisdom because I have been through hardships in my life. And that's a difference. I'm nobody's role model because I didn't come to this the proper way. Like I came to this my way and did this my way. But I find that a lot of people are just like, the whole effeminacy thing. Like sadly, there's a lot of misogyny in the gay community. The more masculine you are, the more you are praised, the more you are uplifted. So then when somebody comes through like me, who just doesn't give a fuck and says, I'm going to be me and you bitches are going to bow down to me because I'm queen at this. Yeah. So we just, but
Well,
go ahead.
I feel like Atlanta embraces that.
They didn't embrace me. We'll get there.
Because, like, okay, I'm gonna say this: 2020, 2020, I should say, it brought out a lot of the men that want to embrace the lashes, the lipstick, the nail polish, the wigs, or and be themselves at the same time, and not go full on to a trans woman. Like, I think that Atlanta was one of those cities that was direct, cool with New York, another city, LA being another city, as well as Miami being another city. So
you know what it is though? It's the who does he think he is?
I can see that.
Because the thing is, like Trap, I got a lot of gifts. I got a lot of gifts. So with that, most of these babies, I'm not gonna pull no punches.
No. I know exactly.
Most of these babies, they can wear a wig. They can wear lashes. They can wear makeup. Where's the talent? Where's the talent? So I love the look you're giving me because you're like, you better speak. No, but literally, that's the thing. Like, you can dress it up. Yes, you can dress it up. And I've seen some that do amazing illusions, because that's what I call myself. I don't call myself a trans cross-dresser. I call myself a trans illusionist. So, but it is the same thing. But the thing about it is, like, that's the difference. The difference is, oh, well, this bitch just like, people still write me. Is there anything you can't do? That's what I get caught in. I get caught in that. Is there anything you can't do? Uh-oh, you look like you froze. Hold on.
You went out.
No, okay, hold on. Let's see what happened. Let's give it a second. Okay, Trap, iPhone. Hold on, I'm waiting for you to come back. Hold on. If he leaves, I'm going to pause it. I am not going to stop it. Let's see. I think he said his internet went out. Hi everyone. You back? Uh-oh.
Now you were saying some people.
Okay, yeah. No, but what I was saying is, some people, it's just like, they say to me, what can't you do? Because that's the thing. What can't you do? But like I said, I've been at this 20 years. Yes, a lot of it was God-given, but I've been honing my talent and my skill for 20 years under the radar. So now that I'm up here and people are like, oh, well, where did this bitch come from? And ironically, Atlanta is one of the places where they support me the most as far as watching me, gawking at me. They don't really support me with funds. And that's the thing.
Well, I could definitely say that.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So they force me to go other places because, yeah, I'm in the process right now, Trap, of taking my whole outfit to Europe. Paris is where I belong. Paris is where I got to go there in 2005. I was a runway model, young, 22 years old. I'm 39 now, I'll be 40 this year. So yeah, it's time for me to pick up my whole thing and take it back over there. But, you know, I will say I thank them for all of the eyeballs, because the eyeballs are what got me verified. You know, I didn't have to apply for my verification check on Instagram. I had so many people looking at me that it just, you know, in 1 year, it was 21 million likes in 2018. So it just was such an overwhelming response to what I was doing. And that's the thing. I'm the queen of shade, but and that's my trademark. I own it. But I give more empowerment speeches, empowerment coaching, kicking the ass. You can do it. You can be it. That's kind of what I do. So it's like, who does this bitch think she is? Like that's kind of what I get. I love when I get the, I can do that. Because then my answer to that is, baby, knock yourself out. That's when they realize, like, oh no, yeah, there's actually a lot of thought behind this. I wrote every video. I gave Instagram 22,000 60-second, fully scripted, and like motivational videos in 6 years. I'm a workaholic. So, and that's because I have the energy of bipolar 1. So I have the energy without the mania because of the medicine, because of the therapy for 15 years. So I've got all this superpower going on. So, you know, it's just, you know, the Black community, I get a lot of them watching me, but they don't part with their support. So for me, like even my music, I've even had them say, well, oh, your music's alternative. And I'm like, no, it's not alternative. It's a Black man singing his music. It's a new genre. Accept it. You know, like I do things differently, Trap. I do things differently. And that's why I asked you to come on, because you do things differently.
Very much so.
Yeah, you're very different. Out of all of the adult stars that I have come into contact with, I love you because you just don't adhere to the norm. It's totally different with you. And I love that. Explain that difference. What is it about you that makes you confident enough to say, listen, I'm going to be this in this, even though this is what's going on. I'm in this industry. I'm going to be me, and I'm going to be me within this industry. What is that?
So coming up, being chocolate, and I know people are probably gonna be like, oh, here we go, colorism.
It's true.
Being do not get the same recognition and the love of light skinned.
Right.
You have it. And I don't care what, like even coming into the industry, me being as chocolate as I was, I still was not classified as being one of the cuter boys. And they associate being dark with being ugly.
Yeah.
Everyone associate being dark with being, it aggravates me.
Yeah.
So I get young, I have always been called Black. I always been called dark. So that only gave me tough skin. If you called me feminine, that gave me tough skin because I was called that when I was also a fighter. They wouldn't fuck with me. Let's be clear. Like the straight that did call me gay when I wasn't, still wouldn't mess with me. So I've always gave the illusion of looking very masculine, but it's like, you know, once I talked, that's when it became the fact of he's a little, you know, like, well, hey. So one thing that I came into it is I was already an adult. I had already traveled, I had already lived, I had already completed school, you know, so I was already grown. Anything about me, that high, it was over. Like, you can't taunt me or make me feel no kind of way for doing what the fuck I do. If I enjoy being a bottom on film, I am going to be a bottom on film. And I'm going to look you in your face, and I'm going to smile, and I'm going to keep it moving. Thank you for subscribing. Keep it pumping, baby. Love you. hands on me. Like, we are
Yes,
A1.
yes, Trap, yes, Trap, yes, Trap, yes. You just gave it to us real good. But it's true. Like, it's so true though, because
Like,
and you know what's so funny? I even since being a kid, one thing that has always fascinated me is darker skin. Darker skin. I think it's so beautiful. And get this, darker skin, because I'm a fashion girl, so I'm in fashion industry. So darker skin is what they grab first. It's the light girls that gotta wait. And then they put all the beautiful colors, the color block on beautiful canvases. You know, they get them babies. We got all these beautiful girls, dark as ever, and they put lime green and orange and pink, hot pink, and all kinds of things on them because they, you know, they respect that is, you know, like kind of that's Black in its purest form. They don't understand that all of these mixtures and these lighter complexions, they come from mixing with other races. You know, so
thank
you see,
you.
yeah. It's like when you see someone who is dark skinned, baby, that is the purest form of Black that you will ever encounter. You are actually in the presence of royalty because that is what we looked like before we were taken from our homeland.
Get it.
Yeah, they don't, you know, so it's like you are in the presence of the divine. And you know, they don't get that. You know, we see, and it's true, we see the light guys and we're like, oh, he's beautiful, da 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 da. But
Oh, he's so handsome. And not like I said, not to take away from it, they may be beautiful. It may be true that they're beautiful, but let's be clear that the lighter you are,
yeah.
the lighter you are, sometimes you are just called cute because you are lighter.
Yeah. 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 Like when you get into someone who is darker, it makes you really look. You look at the features, you look at the fingers, you look at the legs, you look at the nose, you look at the lips.
You try to find that smallest thing to be like, oh, he got a piece of hair right there in the middle of his forehead. Like, come on, like,
oh no, they a mess, Trav. They a mess. They a mess. And my thing is, but no, see, my thing is, I know, I love men of all color, like all shades, especially within our diaspora. I love Black and Latin men are the ones because they do have melanin, you know, but it's just like, no, like, and sometimes you're right. You see people get ahead solely because of the color of their skin. In Hollywood and all of that stuff. And then, but the thing about it is when somebody like a Viola Davis comes along and she's way more of a consummate actress and her merit is like, it blows you out of the water because you're like, but because she had to be. She had to be, you know, she couldn't just rely on, oh, well, I'm fair and I'm this, I'm that. No, she had to actually act her ass off. Yeah, and I love that because me, you know, this makeup is actually real. It's lighter than my complexion. If you see my arm to my makeup, it's actually lighter. I'm actually darker, but I do this to kind of, it looks better in pictures, but I'm not painting myself to be light skinned. That's not what's happening. It looks that way under these lights, but no, it's actually, this is actually, what's the color? It's cocoa. It's cocoa, you know, and I use like stuff like mahogany and things like that. Because like with me, even my makeup routine is not a lot. I don't do all of the contouring. I don't do all of the arching. I don't do all the baking. I literally use foundation. I like a good, even, solid cocoa face. And then I go in with the eyes and I go in with the lips. And that's it. That's it. I don't do all that other stuff. But it's because I don't have to. I'm a brown boy. And the thing is, I've seen counterparts. I don't need to do all that. I don't. We listen. Everybody listening, we are not coming down on the light skins, but we are just saying that as brown boys, we don't need to do all that. We don't need to do all that. And the saying is, the darker the berry, the darker the berry, the darker the berry, the darker the berry. Last time I checked, you didn't go get no light skinned blueberries. You didn't go get no light skinned raspberries, no light skinned berries, blackberries. You wanted them to be, yeah, they were sweeter. They were sweeter. You know, so it's just, I love that we're having this kind of conversation because it's true. And so would you say now that being in the industry and working with other people like the infamous man that I'm trying to get to come to my camera, but he's so damn shy. Raheem Shabazz, you know, working with all of these moguls and other people out there. Would you say that you are starting now to get the recognition you deserve?
Well, okay, so one thing I can, and no shade to anyone, I think that I have always gotten recognition, even
Okay.
from my very first. I've always got. Now you might get your ones and twos to where they gonna talk and say why this and why is that, but for the most part, recognition is what I got because I did have a platform before stepping into the industry. I was already a socialite before stepping into the industry. So stepping into the industry did open more doors and probably shed a few, but it definitely, they gave me my accolades. I've always got my accolades.
I don't think it's shut. I don't think it's shut because the world is sexual, Trap. The world is sexual. I say this to all my babies. The world is sexual. The sex industry is $1 billion business. Even me, when I started in my career, I started as a model, went mental illness, reared its ugly head. I had to come back home from Paris. Didn't know what I was going to do. What saved my career was actually going into phone sex because of this voice. I literally played a female for 2 years, and that helped me get to the next level where I could meet my producers and pay them, and make the music that I wanted to make. And with me doing it as a boy, I enjoyed it. I loved it. But the women, I could see how the women felt degraded because the men were brutal. They were brutal at times. And the women that worked there did not necessarily care for it. But for me, it was fun because it was like they're saying all this shit to me and you don't even know, honey, I'm winning all day long because I'm a big black, tall black man. Like I'm a black man. Like I'm winning. And you have no idea. And I remember one time, it was a fantasy. And that was the thing. Number one call in the call center was transvestites or transsexuals. So it helped me to realize y'all looking for me, honey. I'm about to come out here and make a lot of money because y'all looking for me. Y'all looking for me. And it was rare that we heard Black voices on the other end of the phone. They were Caucasians. They were, Hispanics. They were men of affluence and men of the world. So it let me know, baby, you come on out here and do what you need to do because you're going to be all right. And I have been all right. So and I tell my following all the time because I made this video before I kind of stopped posting on Instagram. And I was like, listen, you guys are sitting in my front row seats. Y'all clapping, y'all supporting, but I need y'all to move because my paying customers need those front row seats. Like I realized that, for 6 years, I gave and gave and gave and gave and gave. And my people did not give me a single dime. I had to buy the hair. I had to buy the makeup. I had to buy the clothes. I had to buy the lashes, the earrings, and I'm still doing it, Trap. I'm still doing it. And I get the comments, oh, you're so beautiful. You're this, you're that. And I'm like, yeah, well, where's your support? Where is your support? Bitches, I will
show
go
me
broke.
what it is. Show me the money.
Show me the money. If you believe in everything that I have created, you tell me you live your life in it. You tell me your mama watched me during her chemotherapy. You tell me your cousins watched me when they had bullet holes up in the hospital and y'all was watching me. So hey,
sow your seed, please.
Right. No, today, the reason why I said that is because today, I finally started to make commercials because that was the thing. You can't, the hit dog hollers. So if I'm not hollering, give me the money, they think I got it because they looking at this. So I had to make commercials where I'm like, please, please, please give. I need your support. This shit is expensive. The lights, the camera, the ring lights, the studio lights, the hair, the makeup. I have to wear makeup every single day I come to this camera. That's a lot of money.
Yes, it is.
Listen, I got my grandmama. I'm her firstborn grandbaby, okay? I'm her firstborn grandbaby and her firstborn grandson. So she got my back. She'll be on Amazon. Like, I just bought this makeup. Like, come on, we need to have this on auto ship because you need this makeup. So I have help. But it's just like, I had to make commercials where I started to ask for it. And today somebody sent me $50 and was like, this is for your French fund. I know you're trying to get out of here. And I sent back teary eyes because I was just like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like, so it just my thing is, I just feel that they could support me, but I feel there's a lot of jealousy and envy. And I'm not that type of person. Like, I applaud everyone. Like, I applaud everyone with everything they're doing. It doesn't matter what it is. When I started interviewing, I was like, I'm interviewing all my babies as adult entertainers. We're gonna have conversations. We're gonna talk about the business. We're gonna talk about what they do, what they don't do. Like, because it's like, okay, you guys fantasize about us anyway. We are your fetishes.
Why not? Why not? Of course, look, it ain't gonna pay for itself.
Thank you.
I was having this conversation honestly yesterday with someone, and I was telling them. Now they told me, they said they don't like to ask. They might throw the hand out to where,
you gotta ask though. You gotta ask.
That's what I told him.
Yeah.
You have to, if you don't flat out ask for what you need a person to do, a person. I say us. They're not just going to volunteer their services.
No.
They're not just going to, just because. No, you probably won't ever get just because of us. You need to flat out look at your camera or look at your people in the face and say, I need this. And if you don't say, I need this, or I want this, can I have this? You won't get it, baby.
I'm going to take this moment in our interview to say, I need your support. Give me money. Cash app me, the Queen of Shade. Did you hear me? What's your cash app so they can cash app you?
Understand trap. Everything.
Trap. Listen, because that's the thing. Like, and that's another thing I think that they don't realize, and until they actually try it, because that's the thing. Content creation is very difficult because you have to stay on it and stay on it and stay on it and stay on it. And what they don't understand is, with you staying on it, you're sacrificing a lot of other things in your life. For me, relationships, sometimes food, because my grandma, she'll be so mad. She'll be like, you didn't eat today. And I'm like, I'll eat when I'm done. Like, I don't like while I'm doing,
That ain't my case for food, but okay, yeah, I can go with that. I can rock with it.
What you say? I'm gonna feed myself. What you say?
No shit. I go dance with so that I can create the content for my viewers.
Yeah.
It's crazy how some things that bottoms hell to sacrifice just so they get to their next, even though everybody think that we are fucking by the stuff that we put out, they think that we're fucking constantly. It's an ongoing process. When in actuality, no, it might be a weekend of that if it's Pride weekend or something, a weekend to where I can get more than one. But for the most part, love, we probably doing videos once every 2 weeks or something, or a person coming into town and we can probably link up with them, but it don't happen like that.
See, and I think that's why I love talking to you guys, because I want them to understand the business side behind the actual art, because adult entertainment is art. Like,
that's what they say. Oh, I can do it. I can do what you said earlier.
I can try it. And it's like, honey, sit down. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Like
a seat. It's like, have a seat.
You can do it, but you don't want to post often. You're getting your feelings about other stuff that's going on. You see somebody that you want to work with that don't want to work with you. That's what you definitely have to have tough skin, because there are people that don't want to work with me. Like, there's people that say, nah, I can't work with you. And it's fine. It's
fine, but at the same time, come on now.
But you get,
we all know that you're a good time, Trap. You're a good time.
But you get it. That's it's okay. Now, what you ain't gonna do, don't get mad when the go up for the other stuff and they get the recognition, or our numbers are climbing, and it's okay. And I want you to have that same energy when the time do come around to where you want to work with me.
You know what's so funny? You are absolutely right, because even with what I do, I will humble myself and ask people for an interview. And my thing is, I've had people tell me, well, it's a new platform. You don't have enough following on it. You don't have enough. And my thing is, I'm thinking to myself, do you know what I've done? Do you know?
They don't read your page. They haven't read.
And I'm like, and I'll say that. I'll say in my head, do they know that the reason why these people, and that's the thing, then they'll come back to me and say, all these people are interviewing with you. I'm like, because the last 6 years of my life, I gave them life without the possibility of parole.
Get out of here.
Okay. That's why I'm getting, all these people, celebrity, laymen, like everybody. It's like, okay, yeah, I'll talk to you. And it's like, yeah, because they're familiar with my work. And it's just like, yeah, but some people, some numbers mean a lot to some people. And that's on them, because for me, it's the content. Because see, my thing is I can put this out today and then I want to be able to re-release it in 5 years, and have it go even bigger, because that's a whole new audience that didn't see it. Like the content and owning your content. And that's why I'm glad, even with a lot of adult entertainers that I've spoken to, they have decided to do OnlyFans. They have decided to do Just for Fans, because it allows them to own their content instead of being paid one fee and no residual. No residual. And then you turn around and it's like, damn, when that money's gone, that money's gone. And now you out here and people are like, wow, you working, we see your scenes everywhere. Look at you, Trent. Look at you, Trent. They're like, we see your scenes everywhere, and they don't realize you're not getting a dime, because the company owns it. So yeah, I did Trap, me too. As a model, I walked away. As a singer, I walked away. I was going to sign with a huge record label in New York, and I called my A&R and I was like, I think I want to just start in coffee shops. And he was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, he was so mad. He was so mad. He was like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm trying to make sure you will be heard by millions of people around the world. And you come to me telling me you want to sing in coffee shops. And I was just like, listen, it's just because I want to be able to control it. I want to be able to control it. But it worked out. It worked out because his wife, her album went #1 in Australia. So he moved there to keep her career, afloat. So then I continued to do what I was doing on my own, and it blew up. And then he writes me, I write him like, listen to this music. And he's like, oh, I don't want to even hear this. He said, I knew you could sing. I knew you could sing. He said, I'm glad that you're doing it. I'm glad that you're out here. You're not in coffee shops. I'm glad about that. But people don't understand the work. And that's and why I do these interviews, especially with adult entertainers, is because it humanizes you. It lets them see, like, yo, dude, I got a brand. Like, I got a brand. And you just said it. Like, you're sitting there, you're like, okay, I'm trying to set up who's next. I'm trying to set up, a meeting with this person and that person and this person. And you guys are blocking me. No, I don't really want to do that. No. And you're like, come on, we're both in this business. This could be great. And they're like, no, I get it too. I used to get it. I don't get it as much anymore. I have to be honest. I don't. Yeah, I don't get it as much.
Look. Let me book my. No problem. I see that you already did your research. After this text message, you already did your research. Okay, thank you.
Get this. I did my research before the message to you. I knew before, because you were one that I liked. You stood out to me. I'm like, who is this with the dreads? And we have to talk about it. When you get going, you go for it. You get going. You're like, come on, who's next? All right, come on, who's next? Like,
let's go.
Yeah. It's fun to watch the energy. And what people don't understand is you get into character doing that. It's acting. It's acting. Just because we're having sex? No, it's acting. It's acting. So I got to get in the whole character to be able to do this. So y'all going to pay me what I am worth. Y'all going to pay me what I am worth. Even this, Queen of Shade is a character. I don't walk around my house like this. You're my last interview of the day. I'm going to turn this camera off and snatch this damn wig off my head because this one piece of hair been bothering me all day. And I'm going to wash my face and get this makeup off. I'm going to put back on my house robe and I'm going to slink around this house. I'm going to eat my smoked salmon and mind my business till tomorrow, because I think I'm booked for real tomorrow too. Where is that phone? Oh, it's right there. Okay. But no, like, so tell me okay, because I got to ask more adult questions so they'll listen. All right. Who so far, who has been your favorite person to work with? Because you've worked with quite a number of people.
I hate this question.
I know. So give me like top 5.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a broad answer, like I do with everybody else.
Yeah.
a slew of people, and I think that everybody has been different in their own way. I can say that I do enjoy a lot of their professionalism. Some have been unprofessional, but I have always enjoyed the professionalism of everybody. There isn't anyone that I will not work with again.
Yeah.
I can't say.
Yeah, you can't afford to trap you in the business. I'm just like, but see, that's how I know you're an entrepreneur. You like, listen, I'm not gonna say no to nobody. Listen, like my grandmother said when they said, "Oh, I'm not gonna do an interview," and she was like, "Are you gonna when they come around and it gets bigger? Are you gonna do the interview?" I was like, "Yup."
You know it.
Yup.
Look, and know it.
Yup.
But yeah,
I am.
but there are like, okay, you said top 5.
Yeah.
Top 5. These have been the ones that brought in the most money.
Okay, most revenue.
Rocking S is one. Fat Rabbit Killer is one.
Love him.
The actually 850 BDT, his sucking video was it was great, very decent.
Right.
Now, if I didn't say your name, please don't get upset. Fuck House is also a big. All the cast that was on the Fuck House was amazing.
Yeah.
And my brethren, Kyle Levine, Chino Black, Zadie Corvinus, Disney. It's Disney. Like everybody, I really enjoyed being in company with all of them. Like now, the stuff that's getting ready to drop, that's what out for. I don't want say none of the names that's gonna drop yet, and please charge it to my heart because they haven't dropped yet. So I don't want to give people the spiel because if I do this questionnaire, I don't want them to already have the answer. So just be in tune.
Listen, we're gonna tune in. We don't want you to listen. We don't want you to fuck up your money. Fuck up your money. We don't want you to fuck up your money. We want you to relax, and it'll come when it comes, and we'll be right there to watch.
Let's get some more questions. Let's get some more questions. A few more questions.
So okay, so you like you said, you traveled so many places while you were in the military. Do you travel for recreation now outside of the country?
I literally just went to Jamaica, but this was during COVID time, so Jamaica, as the island was shut down,
oh wow,
different. But yes, I went to Jamaica recently, and I've been to Mexico as well recently. But like I said, with COVID going on, it's kind of do you want to run the risk and bring something back or do this? And it's like, no, I'll just sit here and enjoy this sun or this good water and show off.
Yeah.
But
because me and my grandmother contracted COVID, and we were in our house. My nephew brought it home, and we were vaccinated, and it took us down. We thought we were gonna die. It was so bad. So I wouldn't want anybody to risk that because it was so bad. Even being vaccinated, it was so bad.
I can't wait for it to be over. We cannot wait for us to all come into one and be okay, so we can roam frequently. Right. I do a few countries that I want to go to. Get hit up by people in different countries that saying they would love to.
Yes.
So
they would love to work with you. Okay. Yeah. See, that's yeah. Look at you're a globetrotter. You're a globetrotter.
When I international money, okay, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. But see, that's the same thing I know. Once I step out here and start getting that international money, honey, a bitch ain't coming back.
hey, I'm just America just to do a visit. My son is here.
Yeah.
But I got to get back over there and get back to this money.
Yeah. They have all kind, like Amsterdam. I've never been, but I've heard. Like I have people that have gone.
I don't smoke, so I know that that's one of the things, the recommendations. I mean, one of the places that people like to go. Yeah. Now, if I smoked, I think I probably would like to go, but I want to go to Antigua. That's where my from. I want to go to Dubai. Still haven't been there. I do have a large fan base. Didn't know that. I'm sorry if I did out y'all. I'm sorry. I have a large fan base in Dubai. I'm ready to get that. If I could get there, y'all, I'm coming. I promise you I'm coming. Where else that I haven't been?
You haven't been to hedonism in Jamaica?
Okay, so hedonism was in December, I think it was.
Yeah,
but I had went like November, so I had just heard about it. And like, maybe I should have pushed my ticket back to, but I would love to go to that. I have never been.
Yeah.
But yeah.
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 No, so I love that. Like I love the whole globe trotter thing. I love her. How long have you been growing your dreads? Because I love them.
This is 8 years. 8 years strong.
Years,
All the
wow.
way, all the way down to the root. Please don't judge the, but
We're
it's
not
all
judging. We're not judging. You'll get them twisted real soon. You in Atlanta. Somebody gonna snatch you up. Be like, boy, come here. Some girl gonna snatch you up. Say, boy, come here. Let me twist these for you. Let me twist these for you.
8 years, baby. 8 years. I do suggest don't color your hair when you get them.
Yeah. Oh,
Don't
really?
black. Keep them black. Keep them black. I know we feel like style and all that is everything, but
Why?
color.
Why? What happens when you color?
Well, when you color your hair, they tend to come out. They tend
Oh
to.
no. Oh, they
So,
gotta come out.
so
I didn't know that. Child, I'm gonna
now,
stick to wigs. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna stick to wigs, child. Keep my hair bald. I'm keeping my hair bald, and I'm gonna stick to wigs because I couldn't do all this color. I couldn't do all this color. What? You crazy? No, I couldn't.
colors tend to take your hair out, and reds being dead hair.
Mm-hmm.
It slides right out, ends out, and
Wow. But yeah, also
some
stress. Also stress. You got to be careful with stress, you know? Yeah. So tell us, what's your favorite, what's your favorite, are you an athletic man after the military? Are you athletic at all? Do you work out or? He done froze again. Don't you do this to me. If he disappears, it's his Wi-Fi.
So I won't say the gym. I do love gym, but I wouldn't say that I'm athletic when it comes down to sports. Now I'm competitive. I know how to play every sport. And that's to the, how can I say this and not sound
Don't get yourself in trouble now.
right? I am very masculine when it comes to playing sports.
Yeah.
Like I do know how to play sports. But I'm competitive, not athletic, but competitive.
I love to lift weights. That's my sport. I love to lift weights. It just helps me clear my mind and regulate my chemicals.
It's just there.
Yeah.
Not to wait, like when I go to the gym, I'm not there to look at nobody. Oh, I seen you in the gym. Yeah. Like I'm here on everything that I'm going. I'm focused. I want to get my body to look a certain kind of way. That's my goal.
Yeah. I love the gym, especially being bipolar. It really helps those chemicals. Really helps write those chemicals to get more dopamine. I just love it. I love it. I love it. And that's the thing, like right now, because of COVID, I'm working out at home, but I'm losing my COVID weight. Like I went to the doctors on Thursday of last week and he was like, you lost 8 pounds. What are you doing? I'm like, I'm working my ass out at home. Like I'm not playing now. I'm working. Like I got to be able to do this. There were dresses I couldn't get into because I was 8 pounds heavier. I'm like, oh no. But I really look forward to the day, because we're in a townhouse right now. I look forward to the day of moving out of the country. Like I don't even want really property here. I'll probably get some kind of professional space as a headquarters for my business. But I want my home to be Lisbon. I want a home in Lisbon, and I want a home in France. And I want to be able to have my gymnasium and just do, I'm one of them people where everything has to be at my disposal except the escorts. I will fly them in. Yeah, I had to say that. I love escorts. I do. Like I've been celibate. It'll be 10 years in August, but I have a huge porn collection. But you have to hear why. I tell everybody this. Because in the summer of 2008, I slept with 85 men in one summer. Look at you. Look at you. But get it. It was because, but there's a reason. Look. What'd you say?
I say, is that it?
Yeah, that's it. But no, because what happened was I was coming, when I started my career, I was effeminate. I thought they were telling me, you got to be a bottom, but I hated it. There was one guy that I actually enjoyed it with, and we had a standing appointment. So that was good. But I decided no, I feel like I need to do this other thing. I felt, being molested and raped as a kid, I was like, I really don't like doing this. It takes away my power. I want to do the other thing. So I didn't think guys would take me seriously, but they did. So I was climbing on back after back after back after back. Because it was like, oh, yeah, we're not going to fight you about this. I'm like, oh, well, and that's what happened. And then after I did that summer, and took off a week, I was like, oh, and then I went celibate for 10 years.
No.
I was like, I got what I needed. I proved to myself that I could do it. Yeah, but I do. I like escorts. Like I don't, like I'm not a monogamous person. I am not, I am into, I like paying for it. I do.
Well,
I like
I
that.
was that it's an easier route. Now,
Yeah,
given I do my share of,
yeah,
of,
yeah.
well, I was told that, because I asked one person, like, after getting there, I'm like, yo, you are extremely fine. Like, what are you doing? Why feel the need to? You're like, because it's, I know what I want. You're not going to come in here with an argument. You're going to get paid for whatever I want to give, and you can go on. Like, it's nothing that's, that I gotta go throw the line in, reel you in, and prep you a little bit and cook you. No, you already come prepared, baby. You are
It's hassle free.
yeah.
It's hassle free. And I, like you said, we're content creators and also entrepreneurs. So this shit, we work 100 hours a week so we don't have to work 40 for somebody else.
Yeah.
So real quick, I'm like, I need you. I want the boyfriend experience, but I want it a little rougher. Boom, you're here, 5 to 7, boom, boom, boom. I call you, and my thing is, I said it in my last interview. I love to establish, like, get it. I'm not monogamous as when it comes to sexual situations, but I love a whole bunch of emotional relationships. I love a whole bunch of emotional attachments.
A whole bunch of
Yeah, a whole bunch. I like harems. They all love me and they've all been hand chosen. And, and if I'm not there, then they can amuse each other. And like, I don't have to know about that. So you got your rocks off. I was busy, like I do. And the thing is, it has always been that way since I was a little boy. I always knew I'm going to pay for escorts. Like I knew that because you, like, say you want to go out to eat. You go out to eat, you already know what's happening. You already know what it is. You already know what it's hitting for, whatever. It's not awkward. And my thing is, I'm not one of the people where I take you out to dinner and then I'm just like, okay, come on. Like, no, that's like that. No, I like to ease into it, play a little sensuality, a little sexuality, get it on going. And then, like, it's not just like wham, bam. And that's what people think, like it's wham, bam. No.
the boyfriend.
What you say?
As you stated, the boyfriend experience.
Exactly. The boyfriend experience. Yeah. And I love the boyfriend experience, but I don't want a boyfriend. Never did. And it was crazy because when I started my career, I started at a modeling school called Barbizon, and they taught us, like, you got to get rid of your significant other anyway, because they're not going to understand the notoriety, the attention, the money, the demand. Like I learned all of that. I was 19 coming into this business. And I was like, oh, well, and it never panned out because they always wanted to make me choose between my career and them. And I always chose my career. I never chose them. I never did. So it just never went. It just never went there. And I was fine with that. I did meet the love of my life in college. He was more bi-curious. He wasn't really gay. He wasn't gay. We never had like any physical relationship. It was always, we lived on the same campus, but we always talked over the phone because he lived all the way on the other side of campus. So we talk on the phone from like 7, 8 at night till 4 a.m. every night for about a year and a half. And then he'd take me out for like my birthday and stuff like that. We'd go to like movie theaters or plays. He took me to see the Rocky Horror Picture Show because he was trying to let me know that he loved me. And that's another thing about me. I am so oblivious. If you don't grab me and be like, bitch, I like you, I will not notice. I will not notice. I like you. Like, you gotta hold me. Bitch, I like you. Because I'm like, oh, you do? Oh, okay. Eat something, have something waxed, like, I'm like, what? You like me? What does that mean? What does that even mean? Like, I started thinking contractually, what are the terms? I'm like that, like it does that to me. I start thinking contractually, like I do, and it's just like no. So I just don't even do it. And then my thing is like raising from nothing. I came from the bottom, Trap. I came from the bottom, the projects bottom, and climbed all the way up through the ranks, through suburbia, made it to college, like all of those things. Had a successful run after that as a model. Like I climbed from nothing. So it's just like now that I'm here and I want to see everything. I'm a kid. I want to see everything. I want to touch everything that is allowed and that is over 18. That is over 18 and that wants to be touched. Let's clarify. Right? Let's clarify. But yeah, like it's just so it fits my world. And that's the thing. It took me so long to forge my world. It took me so long to get comfortable with this. I'm 39. I'll be 40 this year. Back when I was 22 in Paris, yeah, I know Black don't crack. Back when I was 22 in Paris, they were trying to get me to do this. They're like, you need to do the women's shows. And I was so worried about indoctrination and, just all kinds of things that I just, Hold on, view in live archive. What's live archive? Okay, good, live archive. All right, good, it's over. Discard live. All right, I gave him a little taste. I'm like, I gave him a little taste. It's over, I didn't save it. No, you got to come onto my platform to see it. No, but yeah, like it just, and that's the thing, like people, oh, well, you've been hurt. We've all been hurt, baby. We've all had a rough life. We've all had rough lives. I done got over that. I want what I want. Like, that's what I want, and it just fits.
I definitely think at well, I'm 36, so I think is when you really sit down and you evaluate. With not, I haven't been anything past 36, but like this time in my life, I don't want a relationship.
Right.
I don't
want
a relationship because a relationship can't be kept with my lifestyle. With the way that I live, I'm always busy explaining myself. You always got to worry about what's the next thing that's going on with them. You got to stroke their ego. I have to do all of this editing, content creating, making money, and then I got to come home and still stroke your ego because, hell, at the end of the day, I'm coming home to you. It's my thing.
Yeah.
And if I'm coming home to you, it's something that's there that I feel, So if I can't, yeah. So it's been the last 3 guys that I tried to date while being in the industry has all been the same. To where, oh, you got to stop doing content. Now you met me, I got to stop doing content to date you. Okay, but bread and butter. So, oh well, we first started dating, you can do it. Okay, yeah, make me. I'm not going to stop you from making your money. And then over time, it's like, oh well, yeah, you got to stop. No, motherfucker, I'm not. That was as a man. No, that wasn't the agreement. The agreement from me and you dating to know each other was, this is what I was going to do. This is how I was going to pay. This what it is.
Yeah.
Now, let me go ahead and push you to. But after the fact of even trying to pursue that, to say, hey, I'm gonna take a step back from the industry to try to pursue this relationship.
Yeah.
Now, don't want to be with me after I took a step, try to pursue it. Like, come on. Like,
men they're never satisfied. Men are like the weather. They change. And that's the thing. I'd rather admit that I'm a man and that I like the seasons and that I change than sit there and try to make something work because I just don't want to lose or be wrong.
no.
I'm like, no. There's this one guy that I met years ago, and I met him doing it was called Boys of Summer, and it was like a pool party in a club, and I was one of the dancers that they chose, one of the models that they chose, and we wore Speedos, and there were limited Black boys, but the ones that were there, we got to know them. It was my first year, and he doesn't even know this, but I've always been attracted to him, but I'm not about to uproot his normal lifestyle to come get in my craziness, but he's one that I've really enjoyed. But even the reason why I enjoyed him, he literally, the first day I met him, he was standing in front of me. His swim trunk Speedo didn't fit. He pulls it down and adjusts it. So I saw everything. I saw everything. I was like, oh, this is wonderful, And then, and then getting to know him, I had pictures with him. We always followed each other around the club and got to know each other. He did his little research, found me on Jack. Like that was that. But like he is the only guy that I would say I feel for in that manner. And there is no other. But I also know that we can't be together. We can't be together. So I check on him. I talk to him. How you doing? What's going on? I check in with him, but we can't be together. He also has this thing where he doesn't like men whose voices are high. Yeah, and I can respect that. I can respect that. He doesn't like voices that are high. He's not into that. Now, mind you, I charmed the hell out of him during, meeting him. Yes, I'm very charming, but I'm not gonna, that's like me saying I like light-skinned men, and then you force me to date you and you dark-skinned, and I'm not allowed to look at all the light-skinned men.
Not going.
That's a recipe for disaster. So he doesn't like high voices. So I would never do that to him, because then we would have to have an open relationship. And I'd be back where I was from the beginning.
Hurt.
Because I really feel for him.
Hurt.
Like, yeah. So, but no, like ever since I met him, I did Boys of Summer a couple of years in a row, like 3 or 4 years in a row. And I always looked for him. And he's an amazing man, and he works, and he also was in the service. I believe he was in the Navy. He's a great guy, but he has his life. I would never expect. And see, that's another thing. People think, oh, well, you're supposed to compromise. See, that's where y'all get it wrong. Love is not about compromise. Love is about, I'm me, you're you. We come together. We're going to make it work. It's not compromise. It shouldn't be compromise. I love you for being a master of your universe. You should love me for being a master of my universe. Now we have to work out the particulars as to, okay, are we dating each other exclusively? Are we doing, and ain't nobody got time for that. Listen, I'm losing interest right now. And I'm the one talking about it. I'm losing interest. So tell me, what's your favorite color? Favorite color.
Black.
Mine too. I love me some black. It don't matter where you go. You will always, nobody will ever outdress you. It don't matter if you in black jeans and a black shirt. You will always look sleek at any event. And that's why I love it. I love black. I live for black. I try to do color every now and then just to give people a little difference, but black is my shit. Black is my shit. So tell us, okay, yes, all right. So tell us, give me 3 words that inspire you.
Moments, love, family.
Yes, spoken like a true Cancer. So now, as we conclude, tell everyone where they can find you. Tell them everything. So I'm going to put it down in the description section, but tell them everything.
So every social media platform, that's Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram. You can find me at Understand Trap. That's UNDERSTANDTRAP. If you want OnlyFans, it is Understand Trap -1. If you want just for fans, it's Understand Trap. If you want my Facebook, that is, I'm gonna say this, if I don't accept you on Facebook, it's nothing personal. That is my family. Those people that I honestly know personally.
Yeah.
Like 5,000 friends. I know them personally.
Yeah.
That's it. Guys, for subscribing. I love you. I love you. I love you. And to the Queen of Shade, thank you for having me on your show. I am greatly appreciated. It means a lot to be a part of you and everything that you got on. I'm proud. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Keep them motivated. Keep us motivated. We're here for you too.
Thank you. Don't go nowhere. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard the vocal stylings of Trap that you know as Understand Trap. Say goodbye to them, but don't go nowhere.
Mwah.